Alright, YouTube, it's Shadow King Nazu, here with a review for Rosario Vampire 2, Chapter 16. Inamoka suggests Tsukune train with her if he wishes to become stronger. Uh, Inamoka says she'll be strict and possibly kill Tsukune if he ever lets his guards down during the training, which makes Tsukune reluctant to train with Inamoka. Tsukune then suddenly has a dream where Inamoka and him are having sex. Okay. Uh, and then Tsukune wakes up in his bed and he wonders how he possibly has gotten there. And then he keeps thinking about having these sexual urges with with Inamoka, but he keeps trying to fight it. Uh, Tsukune is later seen being nervous about what rigorous training Inamoka has for him, and it starts to do a warm-up exercise. But he is shocked to see that Inamoka is in a dress, in fact, with makeup, and tries to be modest by trying to avert his eyes. Inamoka says they'll train later, and she wants him to hang with her. Tsukune and Inamoka go to the Manake arcade, which is kind of like this supermarket, grocery store sort of thing. There, Inamoka says she doesn't come here often because it's a place for couples, and she is currently single. So, but I'm sure a lot of you fans are already pairing up Tsukune and Moka even as we speak. Uh, Inamoka, Inamoka tells Tsukune to chaperone her, despite him wearing a jogging suit. Um, then Tsukune asks, are they still training and why are they there? To which Inamoka says that since she has the Belmont whip, she can remain as Inamoka, and she wishes to spend the whole day staying that way. Inamoka states she took Belmont without Ruby's permission, and Ruby tells Kurumu, Mizure, and Yukari that Inamoka stole Belmont. Leading on to Ruby mentioning that it's Mikogame's prized possession, and it's in fact worth $10 million. Really? Huh. I guess that would make sense, since it's a powerful artifact. Ruby also explains how Inamoka tricked her, and if she doesn't get the whip back, everyone involved will be expelled. Jeez. Mikogami doesn't play. Inamoka tries on a dress she usually leaves that to the outer Mocha. So we're going to see a little bit of development as Inamoka is starting to act a bit more social instead of just being the cold, distant fighter that we usually know her as. And we get to see her relationship with outer Mocha be explained in exposition. Tsukune, however, is worried that Mikogame will possibly send an assassin after them for Belmont. Really, Tsukune? You seriously think that Mikogame is going to send an assassin after you? Well, you have an active imagination. Inamoka says if Tsukune is so worried about all this, he should should be on lookout, and he should use his his vampire sense, and not his eyes. And she says that through this he can sense other monsters and killing intent, and this is only exclusive to vampires, hence the name. Tsukune tries to sense danger, and he sees this small flicker of light, but it turns out to be Inamoka, who is right in front of him, just to flick him off. Pretty much flicks him right through a wall, much like a bitch. I mean, not Mocha. I mean, Tsukune gets flipped over like a bitch. And Inamoka laughs at this. Basically, she was doing it to mess with him. Tsukune is also shocked by Inamoka being social as opposed to her aloof and cold attitude. Inamoka notes it's actually their first time spending time together alone while watching. While someone watches from the shadow. And you know the joke, so we're not going to go about that. Inamoka tells Tsukune to hold hands with her, which is shocking to Tsukune. Then Tsukune's vampire senses started kicking in, and he tries to get Inamoka out of the danger. You know, with Tsukune acting like this, he's pretty much being much like Spiderman. And I'm fairly certain he could be a much better Spider-Man than Tobey fucking Maguire. No, don't let this go into a Spider-Man 2 rant. Anyway, uh, and it turns out the danger was coming from Kurumu, who descends to the ground much like a comet, in succubus form, looking for an Inamoka, and looking for blood. I'm serious. This is the most terrifying image of Kurumu we've ever seen. Kurumu is pissed that Inamoka stole Belmont and is acting like she's dating Tsukune, with Tsukune trying to say otherwise. But the two try to escape and continue shopping. Inamoka says Tsukune should probably protect her if he doesn't want her to fight Kurumu and the others. Tsukune then senses more danger at the porn shelf. Wait, porn shelf? What store were they in? Anyway, uh, he senses danger at the porn shelf and spots Mizure. Of course. And they start running away from her ice barrages. Tsukune wants to know how he could possibly sense things now when he couldn't do that before. And it's because Inamoka has been purposefully angering them. She explains that it's emotions that makes it easier to detect monsters' energy and their intentions. Uh, and Tsukune finds this rather suspicious that she's telling him all this. Tsukune and Inamoka walk into a dead end for her to set a trap for the girls because they suppress their monster energy to sneak attack. Now this is starting to sound an awful lot like stuff we see in Dragon Ball. Still want that crossover? Anyway, Inamoka reminds Tsukune that if he doesn't try to protect her, she's just going to end up fighting the girls and get the other girls hurt. So Tsukune sense, tries to sense the other girls and senses Kurumu and hugs Inamoka, causing her to blush and causing the other girls to get emotional from shock, uh, envy, rage, lust, all those sorts of things. Ruby starts off by launching an aerial attack at Inamoka, but Tsukune manages to save her by dodging the attack. The girls are puzzled why Tsukune is defending Inamoka, and Inamoka says that this was all part of his training and he passed, which shocks Tsukune. Uh, However, before Inamoka can continue to explain, she gets pissed that Tsukune is once again on top of her and teaches him his place by kicking him. Then Yugiri explains Inamoka's plan to everyone, and the girls have mixed reactions, mostly about how Tsukune got hurt in the crossfire. Tsukune thanks Inamoka for sacrificing her free time to train him, but she denies it was her intent and that his training hasn't even started and that it's going to begin tomorrow night. And she's going to continue the Belmont to continue training him. And she does so as we see the final panel where she's pretty much beaten everybody. including her own sister Kokoa. This was a nice bit of development for Mocha, as we got to see what her character is like besides the savior of the group, who acts more of a cold, aloof elitist. And we got to see them see some bonding time between them and Tsukune, despite Mocha trying to act proud, like she can't afford to be with Tsukune because she views him as beneath him and whatnot. And it was nice to see a few homages uh, to certain Dragon Ball things again, like sensing energy and whatnot. So I'm really interested to see where this goes in Chapter 17. So we'll find that out next week.